We're always looking for ways to bring more gospel light into your life. Join us on our new Facebook and Instagram pages and bring a little more Jesus to your scroll. Don't miss out. Click on the link in the description below to follow us on social media today. Now enjoy this week's episode.
Abram, about to be offered up as a sacrifice to false gods by wicked priests, including his father, says, "I, Abraham, saw that it was needful for me to find another place of residence." Yeah. But as the priests lift up their hands to kill him, Abram prays unto the Lord, and an angel immediately appears, looses his bands, breaks the altar, and destroys the false gods. Abram then hears the Lord say, "My name is Jehovah, and I have come to deliver thee, and take thee away from thy father's house. I will lead thee by my hand, and my power shall be over thee." So Abram, seeking greater happiness and rest for himself elsewhere, promptly leaves his wicked father and follows the Lord. After leaving his wicked father's house, Abram seeks knowledge and a priesthood ordination from an authorized source, which leads him to Melchizedek, the keeper of the Lord's storehouse, to whom he pays tithing. Melchizedek blesses Abram, ordains him to the priesthood, and teaches him about the priesthood and Jesus Christ. Now, as a youth, Melchizedek had such great faith in God that he drew upon God's power to pacify savage lions and put out uncontrollable fires. As an adult, Melchizedek is a righteous man of faith who worships the true and living God and is an ordained high priest. In fact, he is the prophet king of Salem, where he establishes righteousness and peace. Another cool fact is that Salem eventually becomes just like the city of Enoch and is translated and taken up into heaven. Because Melchizedek is such an exceptionally righteous high priest, the Lord's high priesthood is commonly called after his name, the Melchizedek priesthood. So, armed with priesthood power received through Melchizedek, Abram marries a very righteous and beautiful woman named Sarai. Together, they faithfully and obediently try to do everything the Lord commands them to do. Because of this, the Lord makes a covenant with Abram and Sarai and gives them the new names of Abraham and Sarah to signify this covenant. God promises to give Abraham the land of Canaan, that his posterity will be as numerous as the stars in the sky, and that all the families of the earth will be blessed through his posterity. Now, we know a covenant is an agreement between two people who promise to do something for each other. And this great promise is called the Abrahamic covenant, which, in a nutshell, means that God promises to be our God, and we promise to be his people. This covenant is at the foundation of not only thousands of years of history, but is one of the key things that distinguishes God's kingdom on earth. Let's break it down. Like all eternal covenants, God set the terms of the Abrahamic covenant. Our side of the covenant starts with being baptized and adopted into the family of Abraham. We promise to keep his commandments, follow the covenant path, and bless all nations of the earth by sharing the gospel with them. Our goal is to become true disciples of Jesus Christ, spreading his love. His part of the covenant includes giving us power, ordinances, and priesthood in this life, and eventually the greatest gift of all, exaltation in the life to come. Okay, Abraham and Sarah really want children. They even have the comforting promise that they'll have a numberless posterity. But Sarah goes many, many years without having children, which is heartbreaking to her, because that was supremely important in their culture. So they try to solve the problem their own way. Not realizing the great miracle God still has planned for them, Sarah gives her handmaid Hagar to Abraham as a wife, so he can have children with her, as was the practice in those days. When Hagar becomes pregnant, however, Sarah develops the very human emotion of jealousy and makes Hagar's life so rough that she leaves. Fortunately, The Lord is aware of Hagar and sends an angel to take care of her and soothe the wounds caused by Sarah's jealousy. Things apparently get smoothed over, and Hagar returns to live with Abraham and Sarah before giving birth to Ishmael. Ultimately, things didn't work out for Hagar and Ishmael living with Abraham, but the angel of the Lord continues to watch over them, and God blesses Ishmael. Today, Ishmael is considered the father of many people living in the Middle East. Like the rest of us, Abraham and Sarah weren't perfect, but as they tried their best, they were blessed, just as we will be when we do our best to secure all the blessings promised to Abraham. But what about the promised posterity for Sarah and Abraham if they remain faithful? We'll talk about that miracle next time.
These aren't just stories.
Be still.
They're reminders of what He's done
Father.
and what He's still doing.
My Lord.
The same Jesus in the Scriptures is the one who saves you today. Watch the stories that shaped your faith with Living Scriptures Plus.